powerful midnight secret for authority and dominion. Have you ever wondered why some people walk into a room and instantly command respect? Nobody announces them, nobody introduces them, yet somehow the atmosphere changes. People listen. People pay attention. People remember them. What if I told you that authority is not something that begins in public? It begins in private, and one of the most overlooked moments for building authority is midnight. Not because midnight is magical in itself, but because it is the hour when distractions are weakest and your inner world becomes loud enough to hear. Tonight, we explore the powerful midnight secret for authority and dominion. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear could completely change the way you approach your nights and your life. The hidden battle for your mind. Most people think authority is about controlling others. The ancient sages thought differently. They believed true authority begins with self-mastery. The person who cannot govern himself cannot govern circumstances. The person who cannot direct his thoughts cannot direct his destiny. Midnight represents a symbolic doorway. It is the border between one day and another. One reality is ending, another is beginning. And at that moment, something interesting happens. The world becomes quieter. The noise of society decreases. The endless demands of the day lose their grip. You are left with yourself, and many people fear this moment. Because silence exposes what noise hides. It reveals doubts, it reveals fears, it reveals weaknesses, but it also reveals power. Why midnight is different psychologists understand that your mind becomes highly reflective during periods of stillness. Mystics have long taught that silence is not empty, it is full of answers. Think about it. Most breakthroughs don't arrive while you're scrolling endlessly through your phone. They come during moments of reflection, moments when your attention is no longer scattered. Midnight naturally creates such conditions. It strips away much of the external stimulation that normally competes for your awareness. In many traditions, midnight symbolizes transition. A king is not crowned while distracted. A warrior is not prepared amidst chaos. Transformation requires separation, and midnight provides exactly that. The first secret: take inventory of your kingdom. Imagine a ruler who never checks the condition of his kingdom. Soon corruption spreads, weakness grows, enemies advance unnoticed. Yet this is how many people live. They never examine their thoughts. They never inspect their habits. They never evaluate their actions. At midnight, spend a few moments reviewing your day. Ask yourself, what strengthened me today? What weakened me today? What moved me closer to my purpose? What distracted me? This simple practice develops awareness, and awareness is the foundation of authority. You cannot rule what you refuse to observe. The second secret: speak to your future self. One of the strangest discoveries in psychology is that your brain responds strongly to vivid imagination. Your mind does not always distinguish sharply between deeply imagined experiences and actual experiences. This is why elite performers visualize success. This is why athletes mentally rehearse victory. At midnight, close your eyes and meet the person you are becoming. See him clearly. How does he walk? How does he speak? How does he handle pressure? How does he solve problems? How does he treat people? Do not merely wish for authority. Become familiar with it. The mind tends to move toward the identities it repeatedly rehearses. The third secret: command your inner voice. Most people are being ruled by a voice they did not consciously create. A voice that says, you are not good enough, you are too late, you cannot succeed, you will fail. Authority begins the moment you stop negotiating with that voice. At midnight, declare a new narrative, not empty affirmation, not fantasies, but deliberate instructions. Say, I am disciplined. I make decisions with confidence. I remain calm under pressure. Repeated often enough, these statements become internal laws, and your behavior begins to align with them. The mystical symbolism of the throne. Ancient cultures understood a powerful truth. Every throne symbolizes order, not merely political power. The throne represents mastery over chaos. The question is, who sits on the throne of your mind? Fear, anger, distraction, laziness, or purpose? Every midnight you are given an opportunity to reclaim the throne, to decide what governs your thoughts for the next day. This is why intentional reflection can feel so powerful. You are literally reorganizing your internal kingdom. The fourth secret. Cultivate sacred silence. Modern life trains us to fear silence. We fill every empty moment with noise, music, videos, notifications, conversations. Yet silence is where clarity grows. Many of history's greatest thinkers valued solitude, not because they hated people, but because wisdom requires space. Spend a few minutes at midnight without stimulation. No phone, no television, no distractions, just observation. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. Soon, it becomes one of the most powerful habits you possess, because authority grows where awareness deepens. The law of dominion is often misunderstood. People imagine domination, control, force, but genuine dominion is something deeper. It is the ability to influence your reality through disciplined choices. Every day, you are planting seeds. Your thoughts are seeds. Your habits are seeds. Your actions are seeds. Midnight is the gardener's hour. The time to inspect what has been planted. The time to remove weeds. The time to prepare tomorrow's harvest. This is not superstition. It is cause and effect. Your future is shaped by what you repeatedly practice. Conclusion. So what is the powerful midnight secret for authority and dominion? It is not a hidden ritual. It is not a mysterious formula. It is the deliberate use of silence, reflection, vision, and self-command during the hour when the world grows quiet. Midnight offers something rare, a meeting with yourself. And in that meeting, you can either remain a servant of circumstance or become the ruler of your own mind. Because the greatest throne you will ever sit upon is not made of gold. It is the throne of self-mastery. And every night, at the border between one day and another, that throne waits for its rightful king. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment below. I claim authority over my mind. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. This is Mind of Afsok. Until next time, guard your thoughts, master your habits, and walk in dominion.